Hi. We are not telling you to pick a niche as a way to minimize competition or to limit your opportunities. What we are saying is if you try to be anything to anyone, you will sound generic, you will sound like a commodity, and you will be restricted to chasing price-based projects, and you're competing with literally everyone. If, for example, your niche is dentists, your specialty is family practice general dentistry, orthodontists is a different thing. However, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't help an orthodontist, but it means what you do for them is going to have to be necessarily different. And so if an orthodontist comes along and says, you help my friend dentist Bob, can you help me too? You don't have to say no, but you shouldn't have been marketing to the orthodontist unless your specialty is orthodontists. If your niche is lawn care companies, that doesn't mean you can't help a pool cleaner, but what you provide for a pool cleaner is going to necessarily be different than what you provide for a lawn care company. So you picking lawn care companies as your niche means your likelihood of getting someone who is an ideal prospect to hear, hey, I help lawn care companies close the leads that they're already getting, or I help lawn care companies maximize the lifetime value of the clients they already have. I help lawn care companies get more referral business by improving their review ratings. Each of those requires you to prospect for lawn care companies in a different way. That doesn't mean that you can't do the same things, the other things, for a different lawn care company or for that same lawn care company once you're in a conversation with them. But if they don't think they have the problem that you're saying, they will just keep walking away unless they've seen enough performance from you in your case studies that show you can help them. So the point is, there are many kinds of insurance agencies have very specific needs. If your niche is in insurance, there are many different kinds of insurance. There are many different kinds of insurance agency. And unless you know how to speak their language and how to be compliant with their legal rules, the industry rules, that's probably not a good industry, even though it's probably possibly very highly profitable as a marketing agency. You are going to have the industry experience to start with. Similarly, coaches, consultants, this seems like a niche. It isn't. It is a category. And if you're marketing it to any coach or any consultant, then all of the coaches and consultants that hear your message will have gotten the exact same pitch from 50 or 100 other people. You are a commodity. You do not sound unique. If, on the other hand, your niche is model railroad layout coaches, and there is such a thing, how you market for them once you get their attention and have them agree to hire you to do marketing for them is very different than what you would do for someone who is a coach for job seekers. And although the market there's an interaction between the job seeker market and HR recruiting agencies and recruiting arms of human resources departments, a consultant for the company who is doing the recruiting or who is managing human resources, complying with human resources regulations, someone who is a consultant for those people is a very different business model and a very different marketing cycle, therefore, than someone who is a coach for the job seeker who's trying to get the HR department to give them an interview. The point is, you can't be anything to everyone. Sorry, you can't be everything to everyone. You just picking a niche by industry, sub-industry, certainly category is not narrow enough. Once you niche down into an industry, that allows you to bring your unique knowledge about that industry to the table and start winning enough clients that you can get your own reviews and your own referrals. At some point then, your clients will introduce you to somebody who's not in your exact niche, and sure, you'll probably be able to help them, but you'll be approaching that new person with the experience of having had several clients that are in your niche. Okay, so the riches are in the niches, the fortune is in the follow-up. The point we're making here, your niche needs to be tight enough, probably a sub-niche within a niche. As the founder of Uphex, Sam Carlson, says, not first-time homebuyer agents, real estate agents who specialize in Spanish-speaking first-time homebuyers. When you start getting very specific like that, then suddenly you can start speaking to a very specific problem set that particular sub-niche has, and they start listening to you because they start thinking that you actually have something that they know they need, but they're not sure what it is. If you then actually do know what problem is unique to that sub-niche, you now have a unique selling proposition that doesn't make you sound generic, that allows you to be unique in the marketplace. When you solve a unique problem